Hello, Chevra, how are you? Before I start today, I want to make a disclaimer that this is really not my nature, but behemshich lebakoshas Rabbim, Talmidim, that got in touch with me and said that just like these announcements that are coming out constantly from all sides about the precautions and the dangers and the physical health, so too it seems like beruchnis, there should be also the same sort of response. Whoever's a leader, whoever's a teacher, like a spiritual doctor, has a responsibility to increase in spirituality and speak about health, spiritual health. And as we see from the Rebbe's letters, always in Igros Kodesh, that whatever someone was asking the Rebbe about, the bulk of the response is not about the Gashmi side of it. The bulk of the response is always, constantly about the Ruchni side of it. And the same thing is true today. We got the message, stay home. I repeat, stay home. I repeat, stay home. But now let's talk about some light. Let's talk about some life. Let's talk about some warmth. Let's talk about neshama. And therefore we have to look into Torah and seek guidance. One of the most famous Torahs of the Rebbe, which I believe in my very humble opinion applies, is the famous Torah of the Rebbe about Asara Teves. This is such a classical, amazing example of how the Rebbe takes a concept in Torah and infuses it and illuminates it in a way which is incomparable. How do we look at it, and how is it explained in every single sefer, Pashta Pshat, that what happened to Asara Teves was Somach Melech Bavel Yerushalayim, and that was the siege, and this led to Shivasa B'Tammuz, the breach in the wall, and then Tisha B'Av, the Beis HaMikdash is destroyed. Comes along the Rebbe and says everything the Eibishter does has to be really good, and therefore there must have been a higdim refuah l'makah. The Eibishter must have preempted, made a preemptive move concerning the churban of the Beis HaMikdash, that it shouldn't happen. And where do we see it over here? Cutting to the chase, the Rebbe says, what does Somach Melech Bavel Yerushalayim mean? What was the problem? What was the issue? What was the disease? Lack of togetherness, divisiveness. What does the Eibishter have to do now? He's saying, Chevre, get along. What am I going to do to help you get along? I'm going to make you all one big gathering. We have to stay together. That's the pshat. And therefore the Rebbe says, Somach is miloshen soymech neiflim. It was support. Asara Teves was a godly intervention to rescue, to help the situation. And B'meila the Rebbe says, Ilu zachinu, if we would have gotten the message, if we would have paid attention, so then it would have prevented that Shivasa B'Tammuz and Tisha B'Av should have never happened. But we didn't pay attention. Now this is the message that I am taking to myself. The Eibishter is always Avodah Tzorech Gavoya. He's looking at us. V'hinei Hashem Nitzav Olav Umloi Cholortz Kvoidi Amabetel V'Veichen Klois V'Leiv Meivdei Karoi. The Eibishter is looking at you, at me, and he wants to know what's going on. Do I have your attention? Are you focused? And the problem is that it could be a situation where I was distracted. Today we live in an age of lost in distraction, lost in distractions. So therefore, what does the Eibishter have to do? The Eibishter does something, and he takes us by the hand, va'atem teluktu le'echad echad b'nei Yisrael, and he makes us be focused. It's an interventional move from Hashem, a rescue to help us learn the skill of concentration. I was distracted from Hashem. I was distracted from my family. I was distracted from myself. Now's the time to focus and concentrate on Hashem, focus and concentrate on our family, and focus and concentrate on myself, to come to a healthy self-awareness spiritually. Wissen meiles atzmai and chesrones atzmai. As the saying goes, the biggest room is the room for improvement. So what is going on now is, in the words of the famous song, no matter where you may roam, you can always come back home. This is what the Eibishter is telling us, and this is what the Eibishter is helping us all to accomplish. And let us all get the message. Let us all open our eyes and ears and look for the signs from here on in, where we should see Elikus to the best of our abilities, and it should be your guide to your matzasi.